Hey, I'm Mark, and I'd like to talk to you about keeping your kids safe out in the woods. Now, a lot of people don't do practice with it, but they don't think about keeping their kids safe and giving them some, we call it kind of like lost security. Every day, kids get lost in the woods, and you see it, they get lost out here, out there, and a lot of those kids aren't prepared. Some of them don't even have a jacket with them. So you gotta make sure your kids have a jacket, something to keep them warm, something to keep them safe. Now I've prepared these bags, I've kind of laid them out right here, and they're all the same. I have 3 sons, 3 boys. Right now they are aged 3, 4, and 6 years old. The 4-year-old's soon to turn 5 here in about 3 months, but they're 3, 4, and 6, and we have identical bags for the boys. And these are things they can take with them in the woods. We usually always take with us when we go to the woods. So in the event that they get lost, they have all this stuff right here. You can always add to it or take away from it if you want, but these are just kind of things that we've thrown into the bag that makes it useful for the kids. We also practice with our kids so they know how to use each and every item in here so they can use it to save their lives. Give me a second, we'll break it down. We'll show you what's exactly in a bag. Okay, so here we are. We've got the one kit. I set the other kit to the side. We went to this thing called Fire in the Park. They just had a bunch of activities for the kids to do. So you got these cheap little backpacks. My kids have nicer backpacks too, but these we like to keep just packed and ready to go. They use their backpacks for other things, and so we want to have these packs that are just ready to go, and they could even take this pack and throw it into their other backpack, and it'd be just fine. So this is like their survival pack. So you got the backpack, keeps everything nice and tidy. I put a whistle on the side of it, tied it right to the strings there, so now they have a whistle. Each of the bags has its own set of whistles. So we're talking about that. So you got the bag and a whistle, already complete. Now we have 2 emergency blankets. This one we've kind of been demonstrating with, so it's kind of unfolded a little bit. I'm going to set one aside so we can demonstrate here in a little bit. Got ponchos, simple ponchos. It's hard to find nice vinyl or heavy quality nylon ponchos for small kids, but these small ponchos it'll be a whole lot better than having nothing for the kids. Contractor's trash bag. It's nice to have a 55-gallon contractor's trash bag ready to go. We'll be working with those 3 items there. Got some twine. Twine's great. Comes in a little pack. Works great for making shelters. You could fish with it if you want to. You could string up things. Any type of cordage really is good. This is a little pack. I like to throw it in there for the kids. Got some engineer flagging. Rolled it up on a stick. Put some black tape on it so they can undo it. And then access the flagging. Keep the tape and reuse it to wrap up what they haven't used yet. It's good. I give them 2 colors, orange and yellow. High visibility, so if they have to camp out somewhere, they're lost, they're by themselves, they can hang up some flagging in trees around them so people can find them. A second whistle. It's hard to practice 2 is 1 and 1 is none when you're a little bitty kid out in the woods. So you try and minimize the set. Once again, you could do away with some of the stuff in this kit, but these are some things we talked with the kids and the kids felt good about. Kids were into these little bandage containers. They thought those would be good to have in their first aid things, so we got those. In my go bags, I have a lot more more extensive first aid stuff, but here's some bandages for the kids. They can easily apply those, and it's not too hard for a 3 or 4-year-old to get bandages on a small cut or scratch. 1 light stick. My kids also have flashlights, but they're busy using those in their adventures throughout the day, so I don't have a dedicated flashlight in their go bags right now, but we do have a light stick. Also have a tarp, small tarp for each of the kids, folded up in a little Ziploc bag. But this way they have a tarp they can pull out, make shelter with, or even wrap up with to keep themselves protected from the environment. Oreo cookies, hey, why not? This thing's good for like 4 years, 5 years, I think, 5 years. And it's just some instant calories in there, keeps morale up. And also a packet of water. My kids also go out to the woods. Usually they have their own water bottles that they bring with them. You can use the Life straws. You can use Sawyer minis. Any source you have to give them extra water, but it's always good to have just like a little jump start in the bag that's ready to go when you need it. Last thing here, I saved these, I wanted to talk about these. You have your cup. Each of the boys has a stainless steel cup. It works great. You can cook with it, you can put water on it. I have larger ones obviously for my bags, but for my boys, these cups are a great size, they work great for them. I also gave them a candle they can use, and a watertight tin of Strike Anywhere matches with the strike pad on the inside of the lid. This is watertight, and so they have their Strike Anywhere matches. As they advance and get older, we're going to work at getting them some ferro rods and other means of getting fires going. They already know how to use magnifying glasses to start fire, and we've even talked about using a plastic bag with water to start fires. So, and of course lighters. Lighters a little bit tough for them right now because they're small, their hands are kind of small, and they don't have the strength to actuate a lot of lighters like that. But this is our main kit for them. We also have a plastic bag in there. Plastic bag can be used for collecting berries, collecting other foraging sources of leaves and berries. They could put their fish in it, they caught it. You could gather snow in here and carry it back to camp. If there was some snow in pockets of snow in parts, you could carry that back for water as well. So that's also in the bag. Lastly, and we're going to sweep everything off to the side here, you have your PKM, the Pakama is what I call it in the Thai language. It's called a Pakama. Some people have different things, headdresses from the Middle East or whatever they want to use. This thing's quite large. I have them all over. They are awesome. You can use it as a blanket. You can use it as a towel. You could use it as a head wrap. You could use it as a loin wrap to cover your lower half. You could make a pair of pants out of it. You can tie it together and make a bag out of it. There are just 1,001 times 1,001 uses for these things. I've used them to make like a cradle and rock my kids in them when they were small. So there's all kinds of uses for these. It's just a single piece of fabric, and they are awesome. So once again, you choose what you want in your bag for your kiddos, but I highly recommend having something for your kiddos. Jump, and then So another thing I forgot to mention about these, it's always there, but including, if their kids are real small, you want to include a set of scissors that are durable. These are some Fiskars that'll last. They're blunt, so there's no stabbing hazard there. My kids, also have edge tools, whether it be hatchets, knives. They have those, the ones that they're safe with and that we've supervised them using. You can see another video for that kind of thing. But making sure they have obviously something like scissors or some other edge tool to use for cutting the twine when they're trying to build their survival shelters. If you train them and teach them how to build survival shelters, if not, they can use twine or whatever else. But having a set of scissors, small scissors like these are pretty light, or anything else to help them cut their items. You can use those little snag blades. Those work great too. They're safe, can't really get the fingers in there, and they could use it to cut twine. Think about it. Outfit them so they're set to succeed. Until next time, we'll see you later.